Alright, what's going on, guys? It is your boy TKD. Wanted to hear back in PlayStation Source. This is, of course, Road to PS5, the weekly podcast series about any and all things PS5 as we head towards the release of the PlayStation 5. And with me, of course, my luxurious co-host, the ArachKnight. How are you doing, good sir?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Dude, I'm getting antsy, man. I'm getting antsy, bro. We're like 20 days away, bro. We're wait. I'm trying to wait. Oh, okay. So as of this recording today, right, on Friday, I just got paid.
Ooh.
Right. I don't think I have another pay period until I get the PS5. Let me see that. Oh wait, no. I'm sorry. I have one more.
Yeah, that's 14 days.
My bad. Okay, I have one more. One more paycheck, and the PS5 is in my possession. I'm excited, bro.
Let's
go.
That's the way you gotta look at it.
Yeah. I like using the how many paychecks I have, because, like, you know, it's like I have one more paycheck or 20 days. Like, you know, one seems more closer than 20.
It's like in class. It's like, oh no, it's not like, you know, I have 2 hours. You just gotta do an hour twice.
Exactly. I like to break it down. It's like, hey, I only have to do this many times, and I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel that. But of course, you can catch the show here on youtube.com/PlayStation Source, as well as your favorite podcast service every Sunday by hitting the anchor link down below to find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Play Podcasts, Spotify, and any other major podcast service, or by just searching PlayStation Source podcast feed. To support the show, you can, of course, like and subscribe, as well as become a member of the channel by hitting the join button or the link in the description to become a Prince tier or King tier member for $1 and $5 respectively, giving you access to different channel badges, emotes, as well as shoutouts and all PSS content, just like the homies Owen, ArachKnight, Chungi, Caleb Kaiser, and Tapiwa Musa. Much love to you all. Much love to the Kings. Also follow us on other platforms such as Discord and Twitter, linked below in the description. ArachKnight, episode 11, man. We're here. We have a lot of things to discuss. You know what I'm saying? One of them being, of course, the PS3, and a lot of other things that have happened around PS5, but nothing major this week. But we did get a lot of things that I think are going to take up the bulk of the episode in terms of, like, just little PS5 updates here and there that all culminate to, like, a main topic. So this one I'm going to call it, like, PS5s are in the wild. They're here. It's happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, it is getting close to going down for real. But before we get to all of that, ArachKnight, what have you been playing?
A lot of Ghost Legends to start off. Like,
talk that talk, King.
Those gold survival runs take forever.
So like, does it just get harder, or like, is it also harder and there's more enemies? Like, what's the deal?
So in the beginning, like, enemies will attack 1 point out of 3 for a majority, right, and then go to a second point to, you know, keep you distracted. Towards the end of gold runs, they will attack all 3 almost simultaneously.
Oh, man. Okay.
So
I see. Yeah, that would take a lot of coordination for sure.
And
for sure,
since there's only 4 of you, there's a maximum of 4. There, typically 2 out of 3 will be fighting alone.
Yeah.
So, if you don't have somebody that's capable of fighting on their own, you lose the point, and then you lose a big chunk of your health.
I feel like if I was in that scenario with you, right? Like, if there was 4 of us, I think I'd make the hunter the player in limbo. Like, I would designate the other 3 to, hey, you do point 1, point 2, point 3, and then the 4th hunter is gonna be like the floater, you know?
Yeah.
And just whoever needs the hunter right now, like, if you're screwed on your point, the hunter comes.
Yeah. You know? I don't really play with a lot of hunters. Like, hunters, in my experience, seem to be the least popular class, which is something I agree with. I don't like the hunter.
Really?
Yeah, no. Not for me.
I'm using the samurai right now.
Yeah.
And honestly, I haven't put a lot of time into it because I think I'm gonna wait for the PS5, man. Like, I just want to play Ghost in 60 frames. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me just being, you know, just me.
Well,
You know what I'm
well,
saying? So it's like,
you're far behind then.
I know, but like I kind of want to just rank up and just grind it out because I want to do the raid with some homies, you know.
I accidentally posted a screenshot of my character in the wrong channel on the PlayStation Source Discord. Shout out to that. I have
Link below in the description. Shameless plug.
Yeah, shameless plug. My character is just under the maximum amount of power you can have. Like,
King.
King shit. I have 104. And the max is 105.
Okay.
So
okay. Is it like you can naturally rank up to 100, but then the extra 5 is like from your equipment that you get?
Well, the entire rating system is based on your equipment, but you get the stronger equipment from, the gold missions that are tough. But you get like the legendaries if you survive a gold survival. Yeah,
Gotcha.
like throughout the entire 25 waves, and if you do the bonus objectives, and you do quick play because you get a bonus if you do it on quick play. So
I see. Yeah.
I've been doing that, and it takes like 50 minutes to do a complete like playthrough of a gold survival, even with strong teammates. And there's not much coordination since I'm not playing with friends or anybody. I'm just going with randoms. So I just have to hope they're capable of fighting. But I got my samurai. You only unlock things for the samurai like until rank 18. My samurai is like rank like 23, 24 or something like that. And you could just level them up indefinitely, I suppose. So I started playing the assassin, which has been fun. The Ronin is okay, and I really don't like the hunter.
Yeah, I think my next like after samurai, I'm leaning towards the Ronin, honestly. I feel like the Ronin has like some really good support aspects to that character build that you could really be a valuable asset, for like those raids and stuff like that, or for those gold missions,
Yeah. My playstyle is super aggro. Like I'll take, if there's a point that 3 people are at toward like in the beginning half, I'll go to the second point on my own and fight there.
Right.
Like I have been getting so much better at the combat because of Legends. Like I feel like on a whole other level than I did when I played on Lethal in the original game. Because
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No. Go ahead.
All I was gonna say is like because you with the majority of swords you get in the beginning, like until you get a legendary, you only have 1 to 2 stances, so you have to be able to counter and perfect parry and perfect dodge in order to stay alive when you're surrounded by heavies and spears and swords and shields and dogs and all that. You're fighting an Oni, you're fighting all of them simultaneously and trying to stay alive.
When you get legendary katanas, do they allow you to switch to all the stances?
Yes. No? I got very lucky. I got very lucky, and I got a legendary katana that lets me switch to all stances and use Way of the Flame. So
that's honestly good to hear, because that was one of the things that like I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. Like how, at least at the start, you aren't able to switch through all the stances. Like you aren't able to switch through all the stances, and I feel like, I felt like that kind of watered down the complexity of the combat a little bit and the gameplay that I actually liked a lot from the main story of Ghost and stuff like that. But knowing that the higher tier is where that's at makes it better for sure. It's like, okay, gotcha. And I thought it was always going to be just you could switch from 2 stances, because I figured they were going to do some like type of thing where you're meant to coordinate with another person that has the other 2 stances that you don't have and coordinate that way, But knowing that legendaries, you do all the stances, that's dope.
Honestly,
good stuff.
Water is the most useful stance. If I had to pick one stance to have permanently, it would be water. Because shields, like some heavies have shields, and the commons have shields. Like, that's very, very useful. Like, I never really switched to moon or wind, because water, you can still stun heavies really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And you can counter and perfect parry spears with some practice pretty consistently to take them down quickly. So I honestly don't really switch from water all that much, even with all the stances available, because there's so much going on. You don't have the time to even just press R2 and which one you're going to, and go to stone or wind or moon and go back, because you're dodging arrows and grenades and the heavies with guns and people charging it, like Oni's charging at you from across the area really quickly that have a large AoE. It's very, very chaotic.
Interesting. Yeah, like I'm just so impressed with how in depth Legends is as a mode. Like it's so much more than just a made up side story, side multiplayer that is what it is. Like there's so much more love and care and depth into this that I think a lot of us didn't expect out of this multiplayer mode. You know, like considering how much effort they put into the single player, you know what I'm saying? Or just honestly, like from what other games do as well, like when they tack on the multiplayer, you know what I'm saying? Like it's so far not at all a tack on multiplayer. There's so much depth there. It's really great to see that, as someone that has been not complaining, but wanting a lot from the first party to do multiplayer, to the level of like a factions. This is the level of factions here. Like this is what we're talking about. Like it doesn't have to be anything crazy, nothing like wow, but just like a multiplayer mode that has that quality, that has care, that has enough depth to keep us busy, and granted it's only the first week, so who knows what it'll look like in the future. Maybe we're gonna get more raids and stuff like that, but overall Legends is great. For sure. I've been waiting on PS5 to play it, which is unfortunate. But
you're gonna have a lot to play when PS5 comes out with all the upgrades.
I know, man.
I don't know if you want to squat up, like.
I know. I did beat some games this week that we will get to, of course. So my schedule has been a little bit more clear, but we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to get more into Legends on PS4 and then pick it up on PS5 for sure. We'll see. We'll see. But another game I beat after a lot of people telling me to play this game, they would like to see me, be tortured by all the things I hate. One of them being Halloween, of course. Resident Evil 7. I beat it.
You'll have to see.
Man, what a game. What a game. Y'all. Like, I don't want to talk. I don't even want to spoil things in the game because I want everyone that has not played this game. I know a lot of people have, but if you haven't, definitely go play it. The house party part of that game, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, ArachKnight. Legit, I'm not even capping, right? I'm not even trying to pull your tail or whatever, right? That section in Resident Evil 7 is legit one of the most memorable things in gaming I think I'll ever have. You know what I'm saying? Like that was just such like a wait. You want me to do this, and then I'm trying to figure this whole thing out, and it's beating me when I thought I beat it. Like, dude, it's great. Resident Evil 7 is great. I do have a criticism though. I will say that overall, right? Like, I definitely found myself enjoying the initial house sections, if you will, of Resident Evil 7 over the ship sections, but then in the end I do understand why the ship part is necessary, because it ties all in a nice bow. I can't believe how it ties in. It's like, wait, are you kidding me? Again, trying to remain as spoiler free as possible. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I didn't love the boat section parts, but I do understand why they're there. It's definitely to push that story. You know what I'm saying? But it like definitely wasn't my favorite part of Resident Evil 7, and like I found myself having a lot more fun in the beginning of RE7, and then the end was pretty good too. I know I have a big blind spot because like I don't know who Chris Redfield is, so got to do some homework on that because I think he's in RE8. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to do some homework on that. But overall, I thought it was really fun, really great. I might play Chris's DLC by myself, low key. I think I might. I'm not sure.
Chris's DLC
I'm not sure.
like doesn't take too long. Like
Okay.
It's not something you could dedicate a whole stream to. However, there is a lot of DLC that like there's the Blackjack DLC. If you did a DLC stream where you do like the Blackjack one and Chris's like that's like a stream length. But I like even if you don't stream it, I want to see how you do the Blackjack because that one is a little tricky.
Okay. Interesting. We'll see. But overall, I mean, I may not even get to those, you know, just because we're gonna have so many games to play in November. It's like I'm not gonna have time. So I'm in this in between phase where it's like, like I don't want to start anything too long. You know, like I'm not about to start Final Fantasy 15. You know what I'm saying, or like something crazy like that. You know, so I'm kind of like, you know, I picked up a few Switch games to kind of hold me over, just so I'm still playing games and stuff like that. In between PS4 and PS5, but we'll see. I know, at least on the channel, we're gonna do a few one-offs. I am gonna do a Bloodborne stream. All right, everyone,
Let's
calm the fuck
go.
down. Calm the fuck down. Calm down. All right, I'm gonna do a. We're gonna see. This is listen. I'm not playing with y'all. This is gonna be my last time. I have tried Bloodborne like 3 times. It's never clicked. This is the last fucking chance. If it doesn't click, I'm out. I'm done.
Dude, then this has gotta be like a group stream where we push you through.
That's what Christian said too. It's like, no, I am gonna give it my listen. I'm gonna give it a real honest handshake. All right.
Like,
even though I've given it plenty of honest handshakes in the past, we're gonna do it one more time. It's gonna happen. I also want to stream Among Us. So ArachKnight, I hope you can join me with that.
Oh yeah.
Because I think that'd be super fun. Yeah. We'll plan out all those streams. Definitely keep a lock on Twitter and the Discord as well for updates on that. Have you been playing anything else besides Legends?
The Doom Eternal DLC, the Ancient Gods Part 1.
Yes, something that I've been itching to play since you talked to me about it earlier this week. But
it is
fill us in.
It is an extremely difficult yet rewarding DLC. And when I say extremely difficult, I mean this game fucks you with no remorse.
Damn.
There's nothing. It just out of the exit, like out of the entrance, like as soon as you open the door, you're slapped with like 2 cyber mancubuses, another or mancubi, a normal mancubi, like Barons of Hell, like Hell Knights, all at the same time, and this is in the first like 10 minutes.
Jeez, man.
So you have all of your arsenal, you have every weapon and all the upgrade points, you have all the runes, and you have all of the stat buffs that you would have if you collected everything at your Doom Eternal campaign. Even if you didn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, even if you didn't collect everything in your Doom Eternal campaign, you have everything. You have every cog in your wheelhouse is there. Like, you have all the tools needed to survive. It won't be enough.
Damn, dude, that was so wow. Man, I wasn't expecting you to say it just won't be enough,
dude.
Like,
it's not enough. It's not enough. I like to think of myself as somebody who's good at Doom. I finished it on Ultra Nightmare. I finished Doom 2016 on Ultra Nightmare. I put a lot of time in Doom. I'm on PC on the Doom, the Doom 2016 had an arcade mode, and I finished the arcade mode on Ultra Nightmare with the Slayer ranking, so I'm like in the top 500,000 in the world for all the maps in Doom 2016. I put a lot of time in Doom. I like Doom.
Absolutely.
No, I'm not good at Doom. This DLC showed me that I have a lot to learn, and I've already gone exponentially better than when I started because you're juggling. I think at one time I was fighting 2 tyrants, a series of Mancubi, cyber and regular, pinkies, revenants, gargoyles, every heavy demon you could throw at somebody at the same time. Along with, there's a new demon called the Spirit, which is a walking, talking buff totem that you can only kill with the microwave beam on the plasma rifle. But while it possesses a demon, the demon has like 3 times its health and moves and shoots 3 times as fast and does more damage.
Yeah, that's quite interesting. ArachKnight. That's quite interesting. I mean, here's what at least I'll ask you, right? Like, as long as the like encounters, you still have that quote unquote like dance that you have to do with Doom, where you gotta balance out, if you need health, chainsaw, if you need ammo, flamethrower, if you need this and the third and all that. Like, as long as that dance is still there, I'll be inclined to play it.
The dance is still there. The tempo is up.
Yeah, like it's just a faster dance now.
Yeah, it's
man.
Whenever I play Doom, this might be melodramatic or weird or whatever. I'm gonna say it anyway. I don't care. Like,
let's do it.
I almost enter like a trance where it's
that's not weird at all.
It's just straight focus. Like, I was streaming the game to some of my friends because they either were having difficulty with the DLC and wanted to watch me play it, or they just didn't have Doom Eternal and wanted to watch because they're still interested in Doom. So I streamed it to some of my friends on a Discord call, and I forgot they were there. I was just silent for like an hour and a half, just doing the dance in Doom. And they were talking to me, and I just wouldn't respond. And they're like, "Hey, yeah, like, are you there? Like, is your mic on?" It's like, yeah, here. And then that would be it. And then I would just be in that trance because you rarely have a moment to catch your breath. Like, you're almost always in a fight. And it's a great DLC. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Some people have been questioning like the soundtrack since Mick Gordon isn't there. I think it's good. I still really like it. And my save got corrupted towards the end, so I have to redo everything. And
okay. Everyone listening, if you're driving, pull over. If you're cooking, stop cooking. We're gonna have a moment of silence for ArachKnight's save file. May I?
Yeah.
All right. Moment of silence. That's so fucked up.
I collected everything. I did all the Slayer gates because there are Slayer gates in this too.
Right.
And the Slayer gates are like kind of a jump in difficulty from the normal campaign in Doom Eternal.
Yeah.
They're the same thing here. It's just as bad. Like, you'll be fighting a Marauder and a Doom Hunter and everybody else all at the same time. It doesn't really matter.
Man, well,
it's great. I definitely recommend it. If you're not looking to like struggle all that much, it's not going to be a walk in the park. But my recommendation, if you're just not looking for like something where you're like, well, all your synapses are firing and you need to focus completely just to stay alive, do whatever difficulty you played in Doom Eternal and just take it down 1.
Okay.
I did not follow my own advice. I'm playing it on Nightmare, and it is a nightmare.
I know you're gonna get through it, man. I know you are.
Yeah, I did it once. Pretty much, I'll do it again.
You do it once, you can do it twice. That's what I always say.
But I'll probably try it on Ultra Nightmare.
Oh man, But a game I played for the second time in my life was Black Ops. Ooh. I just beat it this morning. It's a lot cheesier than I remember it. You know, I think I said that last week, but it's definitely a lot more not like a bad cringe, just a little bit cringy, a little bit cheesy. But overall, like the story of Alex Mason and the numbers and all that still hits. You know what I'm saying? Vorkuda, all that good stuff. Like it still hits. You know what I'm saying? Like Black Ops is still a great campaign. It definitely has a pace that just keeps it going. You know, like it's a very, very quick campaign, but it has a very, very high pace to it that I forgot it had. But overall, you know, great time with it. I'm excited to play Black Ops Cold War campaign as well, happening right after this one. So that's why I replay Black Ops and stuff like that. But yeah, honestly, not much to report. The game, I feel like it may be my PS3, I don't know, but it doesn't run as well as I thought it did back in 2011. Maybe that's just me seeing now I see what dropped frame rate looks like. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe I see like the hiccups that the game has that maybe I just wasn't picking up on as a kid. I don't know, but yeah, it's just interesting to go back and see how like I thought, you know, it ran well, all that good stuff, but looking back on it from like a adult's perspective, it definitely struggles a little bit. But overall, Black Ops is great. Loved it. All that great stuff. You know what I'm saying? Not really much to report there. Just Black Ops is cool.
Black Ops is cool.
Definitely. Did you play anything else? I don't even know.
Honestly, just Payday. Some of my friends and I have been playing Payday too. But
shout out to Payday.
Payday has been my like I remember like talking to them as like, yeah, like I kind of want something a little more chill after Doom, because Doom is a nightmare. It's like and
no pun intended.
Yeah, and Ghost Legends on Gold has been tough. And it's like, how about we do something just like, you know, a little chill. And then they're like, yeah, we can do like some heists on Payday. And so, yeah, and one of my friends started the lobby, and I didn't notice. It's like, all right, we're going on overkill difficulty. I was like, motherfucker, like, give me a break.
Actually, speaking of Legends, I just saw that Sucker Punch just tweeted out that there's new weekly challenges available in Legends.
Ooh, I'll have to do
this is what I'm hoping for. I really hope that they keep the support up. You know, like if like we walk away a few years removed, right? And Legends is like Factions, where like it has a cult player base. You know what I'm saying? It's well supported, right? It's a great game, right? Like if Ghost of Tsushima Legends, if we can compare it to Factions, I think that's a W. You know, 100%, definitely. But I suppose that is all we are playing this week. That's all we played pretty much. And let's go into some topics. Okay, so we got a lot of little things, and one big breaking news thing that just hit while we were recording just now. So we will have that at the end of the show, of course. And honestly, it might be the new title of the episode. I don't know, guys. We're just going by the wind of our seats. I don't know if that makes sense, but Sony did announce this week that the PlayStation 5 will be adjusting its fan via firmware updates over the internet, right? So this comes to us from a interview with 4gamer.net, and this is what was said. So it says, quote, various games will be releasing the feature and data on the APU, so the accelerated processing unit behavior in each game will be collected. We have a plan to optimize the fan control based on this data. PS5 has 3 temperature sensors on the main board to control the fan speed based on the internal temperature of the APU and the highest temperature of the 3 temperature sensors. These fan control parameters will also be updated via online updates. This is like, bro, this is the most next gen thing I've read in my entire life. I don't know. Is this really that big? Like, as someone that is a Sony pony, you know what I'm saying? I don't game on PC, right? Is this something that is a usual thing that happens in the PC space? Am I just ignorant, or is this just honestly like a really cool thing that they are doing? What are your thoughts, ArachKnight?
You can change your fan speed whenever you want. Like the parameters on run at this speed until it reaches this temperature, and then increase the RPM to cool it down more quickly. Yeah, that's something you've been able to do for a while, but not on console. So like I did know that you could change all those things and like tweak all of them, but like, was there anything of like can you set it to like auto kind of throttle and like manipulate itself if it's like, hey, I want my PC to run around like 75 degrees. I don't know what the hell a regular PC is temperature wise, but like, can you gauge it to just that and it'll try its best to stay there? I just mentioned that
cool.
It'll stay within certain parameters to ensure that it doesn't exceed a higher threshold.
Gotcha.
So if, like, let's say it's approaching a dangerous temperature for the CPU, the fans will start moving faster. But until it'll keep at that rate until it cools back down, and then the fan speeds will slow down until it picks up a certain temperature again. So it'll stay within those parameters, and you don't need to do anything about it.
Makes sense. Interesting. The more you know.
The more you know.
The more you know.
Shout out to PCs.
Shout out to PCs. Big ups to PCs. But of course, PS5 games are going to look great. Well, we did get the news last week over the UI overview that we will be able to share and save screenshots and clips in 4K and all that good stuff. But we did get a little bit of info from the Share Factory Studio. So this is the, like, PlayStation 4 has something like this. I think it's just called Share Factory. I think is what it's called. But it's where you can, do some light edits and do some light editing on your PS4 for screenshots and game clips and all that good stuff. But we did get a little bit more news about the PS5 version, which is going to be called Share Factory Studio. And it does mention that you will be able to create videos in 4K with HDR and all sorts of post-processing effects. You'll also be able to customize screenshots to, quote, create your own unique memes. Wait, Dan, that's a real blur. Wow, that's a real quote. Holy shit, that's a real quote. They said create your own unique memes, ArachKnight. Next gen, my boy.
Next gen. That's the most next gen thing I've ever heard in my life.
You can make memes on the PlayStation 5. Let's go. And a new data transfer protocol that will allow you to import video, images, music, and sound effects from a USB storage device. That's not the newest thing in the world, but okay, that's just saying that you could bring stuff into your PS5, and that's okay. All right. But it would be cool if you could, like, damn, that, like, seems like so extra low-key, because, like, I know I'm never going to use this, but, like, yeah, I guess you could, like, I guess in theory, upload, like, PNGs to a USB drive and then slap them into your PS5 to put some dank memes up, on the PlayStation 5's. Oh man, like, it's right. So like, what I can do is when ArachKnight sends me a voice message in a party, with just inexplicable curse words at me, I can reply with a dank meme on the PS5. You know what I'm saying? No, okay.
Dank.
How do you
dank? It's just. I know you're not that much older than me, and even I'm too old to say, like, stuff like it. Just feels like very, like, how do you do, fellow kids?
Are you kidding me?
That's
how you view me?
No, I'm saying that's us. I refuse to say the word dank with
I'm
meme
not, like,
in the same sense.
I'm, like, definitely not using dank as, like, a literal, like, thing. I'm, like, messing.
It is not. You're not using, like, it's just how people refer to it. It just sounds very, like, high school band kid.
I think you're calling me fucking old, ArachKnight, and I don't appreciate it.
Hey man, I'm too old to say it too. We've reached a point. Both of us have reached a point where it is like, it is a little An extra,
No.
a little extra cringe.
No. We're a couple of young boys. What you mean?
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's exactly my point. This sounds like 14-year-old high school band kid calling something dank. Like a dank meme.
Someone's being a fucking hater about dank memes. But
how do you do, fellow kids? That's what I'm gonna do. As soon as I get like Share Factory, I'll just send you memes to like roast the fuck out of you.
Listen,
just to call everything dank.
The first week of PS5, I'm putting up so many memes on Twitter. Y'all watch for it, okay? But okay, at least okay. On a on a serious note, I do think that the ability for it to process and export HDR into those games, not into the games, into the videos that you can export from Share Factory Studio, I think that's honestly pretty impressive, you know. But what do you think, ArachKnight? Do you have any thoughts on those dank memes that we'll be able to make? And I'll definitely send you and post on Twitter.
How do you do, fellow kids?
I'm gonna send you a dank meme with HDR included.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Please stop calling them dank. I beg of you.
I just can't believe that you view me as like fucking Sully. like what am I? 85?
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm in that same age range. I'm saying we are being compared, like the two groups being compared here is anybody
us
older.
and them?
Yes, is anybody older than a high school band kid?
You know what? Fuck that.
You know the type I'm talking about. You know the type.
I know what you're talking about, but
shout out to band kids.
I'm gonna start a siege. Okay, I'm taking back the word dank. All right.
You can have it. You can have it.
I'm taking it back.
Like, you can have it. Like, dank.
ArachKnight.
It's just a strange adjective.
You know what was a really dank video that got released this week?
Pain. What?
Okay, put them together. So PlayStation Access is a PlayStation, like an officially PlayStation ran channel, right? Mm-hmm. And they put out this video called 1 second of every game that defined PS4. It's like 3 minutes long. Honestly, ArachKnight, I'm not even capping, low key. I'm not saying I cried, but like I got some chills watching this, bro.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, I could definitely understand that. Like, seeing everything you loved, like, growing up, is definitely a, like, not a strange experience as much as it is just, like, almost kind of cathartic. It's like,
yeah,
it's like watching somebody grow up, I guess. You see where games started on PS4 back in 2017, how they looked, how they ran, so on and so forth. But
yeah, I mean, yeah, straight up.
And then you see some of the last like big releases. Like you get to see how this console, like the glow up from humble beginnings with our favorite boy Knack.
And like Warframe.
Yeah.
You know. A lot of those early, oh man.
And then you see Ghosts Part 2, all that good stuff. You get to see how far this console has progressed with the same hardware, relatively, other than a few enhancements here and there for the Pro. But you get to see where it all started, and now you get to see how it ends.
Yeah, like to see like Destiny and like really early games like Order 1886. What else is here? Infamous Second Son, all that good stuff. Resogun, which was a great launch game. Even if you start the video right now and look at the PS4 dash screen that has Killzone Shadowfall, Knack, Resogun, Warframe, everyone's PS4 looked like that in the beginning. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, and all of our PS5s are gonna look identical. I'd say like close, you know, because there's only so many games that you can buy on PS5 right now. You know what I'm saying? But this video is great. Like to scrub through and just honestly, just watch it. I implore everyone watching this, after the podcast, link below, check out the video. I thought it was great. I just wanted to highlight it because I just thought it was a super, super well done video. I loved it. It was really, really cool, and it's very, very neat to see where we started with this generation all the way back in 2013. I was like, I think I was like a sophomore in high school. I think. Wait, freshman?
I was in 8th grade.
No, sophomore. Wait, I graduated 2016 high school, so 3 years. Yeah, I was a sophomore. Maybe like freshman, but like no. Sophomore. Yeah, man, crazy.
2013 or early 2014. I was in 8th grade.
That's fucking wild.
I'm in college. I'm a college junior.
It's just crazy that the PS4 launched when I was a sophomore in high school, and I'm almost a year out of college. That's wild. Where we age like that's crazy. But
time do be passing.
Time literally just moves. That's crazy. But yeah, definitely guys, check out that video. I loved it. I think it'll put a smile on your face. Definitely check it out. Next up here, this one caused some a little bit of hoopla on Twitter for, I would say, absolutely no reason, and it's bullshit if you have a problem with this. But PlayStation did release a Black Lives Matter theme on the PlayStation 4, and a lot of people got mad over it, for reasons that honestly, if you're mad at this, you're probably not someone I want supporting the channel. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to talk my shit. Can I, ArachKnight? You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
talk
that shit.
I just simply wanted to talk that shit.
Go off.
Yeah. I did redeem this theme, of course.
Yeah,
you know
of course.
Of course, because come on, man. Come on. My, like, yeah, the feed was a little bit crazy. So, just want to highlight that if you, of course, stand for racial inequality, if you really believe it with your chest that Black Lives Matter, you can now show it on your PS4. And it's a great thing, So, that's all I had to say, you know what I'm saying? And if you got a problem with that, you should probably unsubscribe.
It's as simple as that.
There you go.
That's
all she wrote.
It's not a political statement to say that everybody deserves equal treatment. And
it is 100% not.
It's not a political statement to say a lot of things that people have been hypocritically saying. It's like, oh, like, don't be so sensitive. And it's like, yeah, then maybe, don't be so sensitive. It's like, yeah, don't be sensitive about a mask or saying that people matter. But that's a talk for another time. I concur. Fuck off. I do not care. My Twitter is open. It is public. Walk that walk, talk that talk. Post up. I do not care.
You love to see it. You love to see it. Moving on here. The PlayStation Store on the web page. If you go to, on your browser, on your computer, right? You can go and see the new PS Store. It just looks a little more slick, a lot of white. Obviously, we're, doing that new color scheme with the PS5, all that good stuff. And what I thought was pretty cool was that, like, they have these new things where, like, I feel like it's just more refined where I can look through my subscription. So, like, I can look through, like, PS Now games. I can look through PS Plus games. I can look through the PS Plus games I redeemed. I can do a lot more things, like, I feel like were harder to do on the website with your PS4. Like, I can set things to download, which isn't a new thing, but I just think it's a little bit more easy. Like, it's easier to access on the website. I think it's a nice little facelift on it. But yeah, not much to write home about. One thing that is, I guess, worth noting is that, of course, with this new update, that means that you can now no longer buy PS3, PS Vita, or PSP games on the PlayStation Store on the website. Those will be segmented to their own stores on that console. So For example, if you want to buy a PS3 game, now you will only have to go to the PS3. That's the only way you can access those PS3 games. I feel like this was a way to kind of clean up the store in preparation for PS5. I feel like, you know, going into PS5, you know, we're only gonna have PS4 and PS5 games on the store. I feel like that's just a way to just make it more simple, make it more streamlined, you know, not have so much clutter of like games that you, I guess, can purchase but you can't even play on that system. I digress. But overall, you know, just want to highlight there. If you want to check out the new and improved store, you can do so as well because it is live right now. We'll check it out. But yeah, not the biggest deal in the world. So I don't think I'll ask for. I mean, unless you have any hot takes on the screenshots in the article, but.
No, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. But moving on was what got me going a little bit. In some good ways and some bad ways, you know. I feel like we gotta talk a little bit about this, of course. We got some again, this isn't directly tied to PlayStation 5 specifically, but it's a fun topic. We'll just talk about it, okay? Uncharted movie is going down by Sony Pictures. We have some pictures by Nolan North on his Twitter. He says here that, like looking into a mirror, proud to have Tom Holland continuing the Drake legacy, absolutely smashing it. Thanks for the set visit at Uncharted movie. So we have a Nolan North and I almost said Troy Baker. Wow. And Tom Holland screenshot. You know, we have this interesting looking treasure piece. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And we have a book that is Magellan. So it looks like we're gonna be, you know, following the footsteps of the great and you know, famous treasure hunter Ferdinand Magellan, perhaps. And then we got our first look at Tom Holland as Nathan Drake. If you're listening to this podcast, I'm sure you've already seen it, but you know, he's looking a lot like Uncharted 3 type of outfit, you know, with the khakis, similar shirt that he's worn throughout the original trilogy of games. He has his ring, of course, that has Sic Parvis Magna, which he does lose in Uncharted 3, but this is, of course, before all of the Uncharted 1, 2, and 3 games, so that makes sense. I love seeing that ring because I think that ring is the one thing that I really miss from Uncharted 4. I really wish that he was able to keep his ring at some point, but as we know, Uncharted 3 happened. But I definitely wanted to ask you, you know, as someone that, you know, I can't tell if you... Wait, did you watch a Sonic movie?
I did. I was there opening night.
I forget if you liked it or not.
I did. I thought it was.
Okay.
I thought it was fun. It's the highest grossing superhero movie of the year. It is immortal. Yeah. It is immortalized forever.
It's fucking crazy, bro.
Dude.
Wait, why would they even call that a superhero movie?
Sonic's a superhero.
How the fuck is he? How?
He fast.
I don't know about that.
They classified it as a superhero movie. In that Sonic the Hedgehog, my boy, beat Marvel's 10-year streak, dominating the box office. So for the rest of history that we look at movies, you look at 2020 and you will see Sonic the Hedgehog, and that is something that I can be proud of. I am proud of my boy. I am proud of him.
Listen, hey man, no disrespect to Sonic, you know what I'm saying? Big ups to Sonic, big fan. One of my favorite speedsters. I just you know, I never took him as a superhero, but I digress. So as someone that, you know, has recently seen a video game movie, you know what I'm saying? What are your thoughts on what we've seen with the Uncharted movie? Because I'm very scared.
Okay. When I see a superhero movie, when I see a video game movie, I walk in with zero. I walk in with nothing, with no expectations. I am here because it's either one of three things, right? It's either a good movie that's genuinely good, like, you know, it's like you can compare it to any other movie and still it's like, yeah, this was something worth watching multiple times. This is a bad movie with no redeemable qualities, and you feel like you wasted your time and your money. Or this is a bad movie, and you had a lot of fun with it. Like, it's a bad movie, like, objectively, if you can even call film objective. But you can still have a lot of fun with it. Like, the best example that I can think of in recent memory of a movie that just isn't good, but I love watching, is I think it was 2018 Predator movie. Like,
I've never, I don't know.
No, it's yeah. No, it's in the last few years. There was a Predator movie that was awful. It was awful, but it was so fun to watch with my friends in the theater. Like, there was nobody else in the theater because we were watching like a really late show, and it was just us. And we were just laughing so hard the entire time because of all the dumb things going on. So if Uncharted can be one of those, two of those three things, like either or, I am perfectly okay with that. If it's like, hey, this is a dumb movie, but there are a lot of cool set pieces and there's a lot of cool stuff going on, I can vibe with that. If it's just a great movie, then that's great. Like, that's the best case scenario. That's something that I want. Like a good movie like that. Or you can have movies that are just kind of dumb fun. Like, this is stupid and I don't know why I'm enjoying this. Like the Resident Evil movies, like some of the Resident Evil movies are just really stupid. And they're just fun to watch, I guess. Like, they're fun to watch with your friends. Like, you just kick back with like a pizza and you just watch something stupid for a few hours and then you're done.
I think here's where I'm at, right? I think I need to just relax, all right? Because, like, look, like, seeing all these other video game movies get made, like, I haven't really had a video game movie that I love that video game. You know what I'm saying? As far as I'm aware, right? Like, maybe, like, the closest thing, I guess, was Assassin's Creed, which I didn't see. But I heard it was shit.
It was,
right?
That was just a bad movie and a bad time.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, if it's like a fun, campy movie and, like, like you said, good set pieces, good quips out of that, you know what I'm saying? I can live with that, right? I want it to be like a really good movie, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what I absolutely don't want is for it to be shit, And I feel like the track record we got going on here, it could definitely turn out to be shit.
None of the chips are in its favor.
Right? Like, we don't I mean, look, it's Sony Pictures. Like, they did Spider-Verse. That's like legit their best movie. Right? I mean, I can't think of another Sony Pictures movie that, like, I love more than Spider-Verse.
They did the Emoji Movie. Same company, Sony Pictures Animation, did both Spider-Verse and the Emoji Movie.
And the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, well, that was in Sony Pictures Animation, but yeah.
Right, okay, my bad. Right, right. I don't know, man. I'm just, man, it's just like, I love Uncharted. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah,
so
I'm right there with you.
That's why it's like, as long as this isn't shit, I can be okay with it. But
there have been 2 Doom movies.
Really?
If you didn't know. One of them is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Holy shit! That sounds kind of cool, honestly.
Yeah, it sounds cool, doesn't it? It wasn't cool. There was a movie that came out like last year or something called Doom Annihilation, where the official Doom Twitter, verified and all, is like, yeah, we don't know what's going on with this movie. We don't rep it at all. And it's pretty bad. Like, it's not like fun bad. It's just bad. And like with video game movie, like we have Monster Hunter. Like, have you seen some of the stuff with Monster Hunter?
No, because I've heard it's just really bad.
They turned Monster Hunter where you can have a cat cook for you, and you can fight like dragons and monsters and stuff like that with a mallet into a military movie with the same director who directed the Resident Evil movies, with who stars his wife in all of his productions. I don't have a problem with her. It's just some of the directions he takes in movies is not something I vibe with. I don't think it looks very good. I'll still watch it. I'll pirate. And so I'll still find a way to watch it some way somehow. And yeah, I don't know. Just video game movies. You have all the source material right there. Put some time into it. I'm looking forward to the Uncharted movie. Because I don't care. Worst case scenario, the movie sucks. I don't like it. It's a video game movie. It's just not canon, and then I'll move on with my day. Like, we have 1 through 4 in Lost Legacy, and that's all I really need to look at. Like, if the Uncharted movie is good, you just get a little icing on the cake, a cherry on top. If it's not good, then you just don't have a cherry on your cake.
I just want the cherry, man.
Who puts cherries on cake?
I just want it to be good, man.
Do people put cherries on cake? Like, seriously?
What's wrong with the cherry on the cake?
I just don't really see it. I don't see it. Like, I don't see why people do it. I just never see an actual cherry on an actual cake. I've never seen it in my life before.
I do think it's asinine if you're gonna just put just a cherry like on a literal cake and not have whipped cream in between. You know? I feel like that's more normal than just a cherry on a cake.
I'm a chocolate cake guy. I am very simple. I
like chocolate. I need milk.
You put
the chocolate.
Buttercream frosting. If you like whipped frosting, I need you to leave. My favorite cake is lemon cake, actually. I can vibe with that. I like funfetti because I'm 3 years old.
Oh, 3 years old now, but you can't say dang. I like.
Yeah, no, yeah, because 3-year-olds have standards. Professionals have standards.
Oh man. Have you seen these? Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, it's like, I am a professional child. Like, I have the diet of a 10-year-old.
You're like the boss baby.
Do not call me that.
Why not? Boss baby ArachKnight.
I'll leave.
Why? No.
No, it's just no. I don't know. If there were no health concerns, and I had a stable income, like, I would just eat pizza every day.
Pizza's great. You know what else is great? These dank PS5 accessories that we got.
You know, I'm done fighting it. You can have it. You win.
We were able to see the full set of these boxes. You know what I'm saying? So we got of course, Pulse 3D headset, the PS5 HD cameras. We got some controllers in stores that can't be sold yet, of course. Got the media remote, all that good stuff. Now, the reason why I brought this up, most importantly, was that ArachKnight. I did see on Twitter this week, right, a lot of retailers were saying, hey, we're going to ship out the PS5 accessories first on October 30th. So what did I do, ArachKnight? What did I do? I'll tell you what I did. I bought a DualSense controller from Best Buy, and it's coming in approximately in 1 week.
Ooh.
All right? So expect an unboxing on the channel, guys. Expect my impressions on it. I don't know if I can use the PS5 controller on the PS4. Honestly, I think it can go 50-50. I could see it not working, but I could also see it working. You know, if it's wired at least. But we'll see how it all goes down. It's coming in next week. If all else, if I don't get to play a game with it, I can at least feel the controller. You know, get some size comparisons going, all that great stuff. I'm very excited for it, and yeah, that's it. It's kind of all we had. So if you did buy accessories with your PlayStation 5, they should in theory be shipping out early on the 30th. So just wanted to point that out there as well.
The last thing is, like, I saw that you tweeted about it, but those custom side panels. Oh, that's the next topic.
Wow, look at that shit. I mean, hey, if you want to describe these faceplates, by all means, good sir, go ahead.
So, I noticed, like, after seeing your tweet, is that an unofficial, like, we'll say that up front, it is an unofficial, like, website offering a handful of alternative color faceplates for your PS5, and the products are available to purchase right now. I am not a fan of the white, personally.
Okay.
Like, it's grown on me a little bit. It just doesn't match, like, the rest of my setup, because most of my equipment is black. Like, my PS4 is black, the controllers are both black, keyboard, everything's black. And so I was like, you know what? Yeah, I was gonna find a way to do that on my own. So I'm happy to see that there is a professional way to change the faceplates on your PS5. If there were a way to change the lights, that would be a game changer for me personally. If I could change the light color, that would be a dub. But I digress. I will be buying the black faceplates and calling it a day.
Yeah, honestly, now that I look at it a second time, so link below in the description. The website is called PlayStation 5, which is fucking 10 out of 10, guys. You guys are doing a great job. God damn it. So, PlayStation, they have different available, of course, for the standard and digital, of course. And it looks like the faceplates will set you back $40. Which I think is a fine price. Yeah. You know, I'm not that like that you know, that seems fine to me. I'm gonna wait and see if someone buys it and puts it on their PlayStation 5 and see how it fits. Cause I think I'm with you, ArachKnight. I think I want to get the black, man. I really think I might do it. You know, like after seeing on the teardown how easy it is to pop off that plate on your PlayStation 5, you know, and just put it back on. Like, it's a very easy thing. Dude, I'm really thinking about the black. I feel like I might do it, man. You know? But then it's like, ArachKnight, like, I don't want... I know this isn't the biggest deal in the world, right? But, like, I don't want my controller to not match my console. You know?
That's very fair. I didn't think about that, honestly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, like, I'm sure I can talk myself like, Kevin, it's a controller that you're holding. You're never looking at the controller unless you're not using it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't matter. But I kind of want to get the black plates for the PS5, yo. I might do it. Who knows? If I do, you guys will see it on the channel, of course. But I feel like I might do it. I feel like I might just do it. I don't know. You don't want that red, ArachKnight?
Like I said, if I could change the light color, red and blue only works when it's Spider-Man. Any other time, I don't really like it.
I don't know. Are you open to like waiting? Like, what if someone makes a PS5 Spider-Man faceplate aftermarket? You know.
Well, then they'll buy it.
Okay. All right. Well, they're down below in the description. I think we should, of course, note first and foremost, after talking about this for a while, of course, because we're idiots, but this is unofficial. So this is not officially confirmed, like, from Sony. This is just a third-party company that is making these. So I'm eyeballing the black plates. I feel like I might do it.
I'm gonna get the black plates.
Yeah, I think that would look super hot, but we'll see. I That guy's link below in the description if you want to check it out. Now, I guess technically this is going to be the main topic of the show, technically. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got a little bit of a weird show today, just because nothing huge happened with PS5. But a big thing that happened in the world of PS5 is that a lot of media influencers and press and places like Polygon, Games Radar, Washington Post as well have PS5s in their possession. It's out there. It's in the wild. Kind of Funny has it as well. They have PS5s. It's here. You know, it is in the homes of Americans. It's going down. You know what I'm saying? So we are like this happened literally this morning, right? But what I'm excited about is to see how next week looks. You know, when is the embargo up? I want to see the PS5 next to a PS4 Pro, like in real life. I want to see more of the UI. Hopefully they will let them do that. I like now that it's in the hands of consumers and a consumer is able to interface with a PlayStation 5 and we get, you know, things that the consumer wants to see most times, like the nitty gritty, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, like, I don't know how much I can kind of like twist that, but that's really why I'm excited for this, is that now we get to see how it looks from a consumer's point of view, you know. But it's here. It looks like they all got the standard edition. Once again, I have a very rare PS5, the all digital PS5. I have a very rare console, you know, but it is going down. And we don't know of an embargo yet. We don't know exactly what embargoes they are working with, but yeah, that's what it is. It's pretty much, you know, all's going down. I'm sure more will happen next week, and we'll talk a lot about next week about how this all unfolds and stuff like that. We'll get to see impressions, all that good stuff. So we will see how it all goes next week, but it is really cool to see that, you know, finally media has the PS5 now. You know, it's great. Mm-hmm. It's a good time. It's a good time. But another thing here, ArachKnight, did you see this pop off as we were recording? I hope you didn't.
I did, actually. I'm sorry.
Travis Scott works for PlayStation. PlayStation just tweeted this an hour ago. It's official. Travis Scott is joining the PlayStation family as a strategic creative partner.
Dub.
Holy shit.
That's W.
It's like, I love PlayStation so much, right? And I also love Travis Scott so much. You know what I'm saying?
So if you work for PlayStation one day, you also work with Travis Scott.
You're absolutely fucking right.
That's the goal.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And they also put out this really cool trailer that Travis Scott tweeted out, and it's making fun of an old commercial. I forgot what the commercial is from, or which product it is, but it's essentially just, you know, Travis Scott, he's in his bedroom, whatever, turns on the PS5 powers up, there's speakers all around the TV, and it like blows him back. So they're just announcing that you know, Travis Scott is working at PlayStation.
Dude,
it's a great thing. I love it.
Travis Scott, creator of the Travie Patty. You love to see it.
Travie Patty famous. Travis Scott. Damn, dude. Now I'm thinking, like, okay, like, are we gonna get like his new album Utopia? Is that gonna be like a PlayStation exclusive? Will PS Plus members like get tickets to, like, will we get a discount? Like, now I'm thinking, like, okay, like, what are we gonna get? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, Travis, like, what do you bring for us? I know Sony hired you, but what do you bring to me?
I'm so fucking ecstatic. Like, bro, now I wonder, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not a huge fan of Travis Scott. I don't really listen to his music all that much. I'm gonna be real here.
Hate to see it.
That's still a W. Like, working for PlayStation's is a W, and you love to see it. Like, I may not know him, I may not have a connection to him or his work, but good moves. First McDoodles, now PlayStation.
Like, I do feel that, like, obviously with this whole thing, it's a similar ilk of, like, you know how Drake is, like, the, what was it, the global ambassador of the Toronto Raptors? You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, yeah, like, he has that title, but it's not like he's, like, doing any crazy business stuff with the Raptors, you know what I'm saying? In terms of, like, decisions of the business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I assume this whole thing is a similar thing. Like, this is 100% just for marketing purposes, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? I still think it's fucking wild how Travis... I fucking love Travis Scott. All right? I went to Astroworld. That shit was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, big fan. So it's just my two worlds, like, colliding, bro. I don't know how to handle it, you know? I don't know, man. I don't know, you know? Of course, like, you know, already getting the Travi Patty was, like, a W this year. Now this is just, like, too much for me. You know? Mm-hmm. This is almost unfair. Like, ArachKnight, think of your two favorite things in the world. And them collabing. You know what I'm saying? What are your two favorite things in the world? What, Doom? And then what would be the other?
Well, Spider-Man is one of my favorite things in the world.
Okay. Spider-Man and Doom?
You're gonna laugh. The first thing I thought of is, like, favorite thing in the world. Like, is, like... And the first thing that popped in is, like, I have a pizza downstairs.
See, but, like, Spider-Man and pizza are already intrinsically tied together.
Yeah, no,
it's fucking pizza time.
Dude, I have such a weird, deep love for pizza. I love pizza.
No, man, pizza fucking hits, bro.
That's why the reason I go to the gym and work out 6 days a week is so I can eat pizza without shame.
You'll love to see it.
But, like,
you'll love to see it.
Favorite things in the world other than, you know, pizza. Spider-Man. I guess I really just have tailored my whole life, like, without knowing about it, like, without, like, consciously making that decision to Spider-Man. Because, like, my favorite things in the world, like, I love science, I love pizza.
Right.
Like, video games, of course, that's why I'm here.
Right.
Computers, that's also a Spider-Man thing.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm just a fucking nerd.
You're just Peter, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Peter with no powers. I want to web swing, even though there's nothing to web swing off of here. I'll be swinging off of cacti.
I've always thought about that. Like, how would a hero be if their origins was Phoenix, Arizona? Like, is that just Sandman at that point?
Well, Phoenix, you can work with that.
Is it like a solar ability of some sort? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
it doesn't have to be tied to where you are. Like, it's just accentuated. Like, I don't know. You could have, like, a Daredevil in Phoenix.
I mean, yeah, but, like, you know how, like, you know, if you take Spider-Man out of a big city where he can't swing on things, you know, that, like, takes away one of his core things. You know?
He can run as fast as a car.
No, like, I understand that he can do a lot of things that aren't just dependent on buildings, but, like, what would be an aspect of a hero that he can only do in Phoenix? Or, like, a desert, you know?
He could only? Yeah, no,
like,
that's a Sandman.
Right? Yeah, like, it's just Sandman, right? Or, like, some sort of, like, you know, solar power, like, shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. But I digress. I'm really excited that Travis Scott is gonna help us promote the PS5 because this shit is lit. I'm a big fan. But besides all that, you know, this may up being, you know what? Actually, we're kind of running on schedule. I feel like we usually do like an hour and a half, but we are gonna talk a little bit about the history of the PlayStation 3. Of course, you know, we talked about PS1, PS2. You know what I'm saying? We like those consoles, but we don't have a strong affinity towards, especially the PS1. I had a pretty strong affinity for the PS2, but now we're getting into some consoles that we both know very well. You know, and next week with the PS4, the Halloween episode, you know. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, no, it's not. Spider-Man Miles Morales is the Halloween episode for next week. Oh well, we'll see. But next weekend we're of course doing PS4, but the history of the PlayStation 3. All right, I got some facts here. You know what I'm saying? We can, you know, go off on a lot of things. I feel like now that we know this console very well, but
yeah.
I suppose I will start with the release dates for the PlayStation 3. Of course, the PS3 had a very, very bad E3 when they unveiled it. There's a lot of things about the PS3 that were interesting, right? But just to start off, like, early on, it released a year after the Xbox 360, so it was late in that facet of the whole thing. And also, at E3, they announced that it would be $600.
Pain.
Holy crap! I forgot to write down the prices of the PS3. Give me just here. I can pull it up. It's all good. No worries. Because the PS3 was definitely very funny in terms of cost. So here we go. Okay, so the 20 gigabyte model of the PS3 was $500, right? The 60 gigabyte model of the PS3 was $600 in 2006. So definitely a pricey boy. You know what I'm saying? At launch, you know. The PS3 I feel like is one of the reasons why the PlayStation 5 is not $600. You know what I'm saying? Because like $600 is like now forever like a cursed number in PlayStation. Like they will likely, you know, probably, I mean, I guess I can't say never, but I feel like that was one of the reasons why heavily the PS5 was not 600 was because like they were just internally afraid to do that because they did it in PS3 and it was very, very bad, you know. But it did launch in Japan on November 11, 2006, and then North America November 17th, 2006, so a week after. And then is it territory PAL? I think that just represents the rest of the market, you know. That launched on March 3rd, 2007. So about 6 months after, at the end of PS3's first fiscal quarter, is when the PS3 got released everywhere. And yeah, do you remember when you got your PS3?
I have a funny story with the PS3.
Oh, please, definitely.
So when I was younger, I was scared a lot of the time. I was scared of everything. Like, it was bad. I had a, like, I won't go, like, super in detail with it, but it's just, like, everything made me anxious. I was scared of everything. So, my dad, when I was, like, 7 or 8, got me a PS3 for Christmas. And the game that came with it was Uncharted 1. And so I was playing Uncharted 1 with him because I was a kid. I didn't really know how to, you know, play games like that at the time. All I played was Sonic. And it got to a part where there was like, it was in the beginning chapter where you find the cave where El Dorado was moved. And there was a section where, you know, like, you're running away because the cave is caving in. And I turned off the PlayStation and, like, was just scared. And I told my dad I didn't want it anymore.
Whoa.
Like, I was like, when I tell you that I was scared of everything, I mean, like, shaking. I was literally shaking.
Bro, the fucking PS3 brought it too harsh for you, my boy. Damn, yo, it's kind of wild.
Yeah, no, I was a bit of a pussy.
Interesting. Nah, man.
Man. That's what trauma would get you.
Trauma.
Deep.
Oh man.
No, all jokes aside. No, I was something about me when I was younger.
Yeah.
Just life hit different. I knew if I knew how bad it was gonna get. Yeah, no wonder I was scared.
Yeah, I would equate that to me being so young when I got the PS2 that I didn't realize that when the game was loading and I was clicking in on the sticks, that those were R3 and L3.
I don't think
And
those are the same thing.
I was forever confused in games. Like, what the fuck is R3, L3? Like, I don't see the button for it.
Yeah.
You know? But I would click them in during the fucking load screen.
You'll have to see it.
I don't know if you'd love to see it, but
yeah,
that was something that happened. But I definitely did not have that with the PS3. PS3, I actually learned, you know, how all the intricacies of the old, 6-axis PS3 DualShock controller, you know.
Yeah, I got another PS3. I got the PS3 Slim in 2011, I believe, 2012.
Right, so you first had the launch fatty boy.
Yeah, I had the fatty.
Okay.
And then when I was about 11, 12, I finally started to get a little tougher, a little braver. And I went to a friend's house and he had a PS3 and he was playing Black Ops Zombies.
Hell yeah.
And I was still scared out of my mind. I was scared out of my wits. And I don't know. I didn't want to be scared anymore. I thought the game looked fun. I thought it looked cool. So I asked my dad. It's like, hey, can we get a PS3? And he's like, yeah, sure. What game do you want? Because you get to pick one. And I was like, I'll take Call of Duty Black Ops. And it's like, okay. So he bought it for me. I made an account. I set everything up. I set up zombies, and that piano music scared it scared the wits out of me. I was always it's like, let me know when you're ready to start a party, and then I'll start your party, and then we'll just go. Because that music just scared me out of my wits. It was bad. And then playing the game, I eventually got, a little better. We weren't good. It was just 10. The friends that I was playing with were 11 years old, 12 years old, 10 years old, and another 11-year-old. We weren't good.
Yeah.
But
right.
We had a blast. And then eventually throughout the years, we got better and better, and then time progresses. So
time be moving.
Be moving. So
time do be moving.
I have a very, very personal connection with the PS3, because as weird as it is to say, it definitely made me kind of man up a little bit.
Interesting.
It's like you can't be scared forever. You can't play baby games forever.
Right.
Because for a long time, the only games I played were kind of kids games like Sonic and Mario and stuff like that. Very chill. I wasn't allowed to watch anything too intense growing up. I wasn't allowed to watch The Dark Knight when it came out, even though I loved Batman. And stuff like that. So I playing games like that kind of forced me to man up a little bit. And now I'm the Doomslayer.
You love that arc. You know what I'm saying? You love the arc. Before we get into the specs, I think to kind of respond to that as well. The PS3 made me a gamer. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Actually, I don't know if that's true. Cause I loved games all my life, right? I of course have a long history with the PS2 and primarily with the PSP as well. A lot with the PSP. That was definitely a big driving force as well. But there was just something about the PS3 that was no, this is fucking excellent. I loved the PS3, and I have an interesting relationship with it too, because it was the first console that I was allowed to play rated M games on. I wasn't allowed to play rated M games on my PS2 and all that. But what was something that was persistent and that ended on the PS3, actually, no, it didn't. Oh my God, no, that's not even true. So growing up, right, I was only allowed to play video games on the weekends. So if it was a school night, I was not allowed to touch a game console. You know?
Yeah.
So it was just me pushing through the week, and I cannot fucking wait to play zombies on Friday night. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't wait to grind multiplayer on Friday. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, so I would literally, during the PS3, I would legit get home from school, and I would play all night. Like, literally until 5, 6 a.m. Like, just have these long binge sessions. And then I would sleep during the day, and then I would do it again on Saturday, and then Sunday I would fix my sleep schedule and then go to school on Monday. You know?
You obviously.
Like, and that's how it was until, honestly, an embarrassing age, where I think I was like 15 when my dad was like, okay, I think you're responsible enough to like balance schoolwork and games, you know what I'm saying? And like, I think you're wise enough to know like the priority structure of it. So, you know, I guess we're just gonna let you play whenever, you know. I was like 15 or 16 when that happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, my game consoles were not in my room until I was like 15 or 16. You know, they were always in the family room. And oh my, and like, having that limitation of like only being able to play during the weekends too, that was tough too, because like everyone was home on the weekends, you know. So like, if my sister wanted to watch a TV show, like, I didn't have an option, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, okay, cool, like, all right, I gotta get off. So that's why I was playing a lot at night, because no one was up at night, you know. So The PS3 was definitely a console that I remember vividly because of those limitations I had growing up, in terms of my parents just not wanting me to play games during the weekdays and stuff like that. But some memorable games, of course, Uncharted. Come on now.
Yeah, no.
Hold on, come the fuck on. You know what? Should we talk about games during the top 10 selling games? I think we should for a little bit. Here, let's put a hold on that, because I obviously have a deep connection with Call of Duty and PS3 and all that good stuff. But let's take a look at the specs. All right, there's one spec in particular that definitely sets the PS3 apart from every other game console in history. But run me through some of the specs here. So what we got? A whopping half gig of RAM. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We have an 80 gigabyte hard drive.
Fucking wild. Fucking crazy.
80
or 20, but then of course, like with the slim models, that's when they were giving us 300 gigs.
Dog, and that's an update. That is one update of Modern Warfare.
Yeah, straight up. Like, I'm pretty sure. So my first PS3 was the slim model, but my cousin had the fatty. Yeah. You know, so I do remember the fatty vividly from my cousin's house, but I had the slim. I now have a super slim, the George Foreman grill PS3. Actually,
you'll have to see.
I have that one now. But I miss my slim PS3. I loved that PS3 design. I loved it. But continue.
So we've got the screen size going from 480p to 1080p. You'll have to see it. HDMI. Digital out, like digital optical. Blu-ray, which is a big selling point, like, for a lot of people. Ethernet, like this console, like it's always fascinating to see the leaps and bounds from console to console. Like, even with PS4 to PS5, it's definitely interesting to see the capabilities and how technology has progressed throughout the last decade, 2 decades. Like, it's always fascinating for me to read about and for me to see. So you love to see it.
Yeah, like, definitely, of course, like, I would consider how do I put this? Like, some of the specs here, besides, like, the RAM, because, guys, the PS3 had half a gig of RAM.
We got Uncharted 3 on half a gig.
We got Last of Us on half a gig.
Yeah.
That's fucking beyond me. Like that is so impressive, bro. And, like, that's just the, you know, great thing as well of, like, seeing games from the same console like evolve over a generation, and seeing how much better devs get at utilizing the hardware and different stuff like that. Like, it's a great thing to see that for sure. But the big one that definitely sets the PS3 apart is the cell processor for the PS3. All right, this famous little CPU that was very powerful for the time. Like it was very, very cutting edge. That's why the price was so high. It was a very powerful console for its time and a powerful machine for its time. But the big thing was that it was a entirely different architecture from like the 360 and like any other game console before that, and like PCs in general. So it was very hard for devs to develop for. That's why a lot of games on PS3 didn't run the best. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think famously, like, Skyrim was a horrible game to get on PS3. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. No, that was atrocious.
Yeah, like there was a lot of like really, really bad, just poorly running games on the PS3, even though it was a powerful console, because it was just so complex to develop for, and like devs hated the PS3, you know. But of course, you know, first party has no choice but to make great games for it, you know, and just use the hardware to its full capacity, and they have the means to, you know, focus on one platform, which would have been the PS3. So that's why Uncharted ran great, Last of Us ran great, Infamous ran. Oh my God, Infamous from PS3. We haven't talked about that. Fuck.
Oh, don't worry, I was going to.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about that very, very shortly. But man, so that was a big thing, was that like I think the PS3 would have had a much different future if it wasn't the cell processor. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like a regular standard CPU that was just good for the time. But hey, they took a chance. They wanted to, you know, make a very, very powerful box, and it, you know, kind of didn't work out. But hey, you know, it's not like there was no games on the PS3. You know, it definitely held its own. It was just difficult to develop for. So
we got some of my favorite games of all time on the PS3.
Oh, that's factual.
Yeah, like some of the best games in the last like 20 years have been on the PS3.
PS3 was fucking great.
Yeah, PS3 is phenomenal. Like I'm right there with you. I was gonna say this earlier. Like what you said is like the PS3 made me into the enthusiast that I am today.
100%.
Like absolutely. Like if I had to put a pin on anything that made me like as passionate and like in love with video games as I am, it's hands down, without a question, the PS3.
Yeah, I love the PS3 so much, man. I love the PS3. Like goddamn, man. But what is crazy is that, like, I mean, I was just using a PS3 this morning, right? But like, if you ever get the chance, ArachKnight, go back and play a game on the PS3. It is crazy how we put up with that for that long.
Yeah.
You know, like, you can't go to the home menu without exiting a game. Like, it's so slow. You have to sync your trophies every time. That like takes forever to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and also with the PS3, it birthed, of course, the PlayStation Network. Of course, PSN started on PS3. PS Plus started on PS3 as well, and that's changed over the years, of course. PS3 was great, man. PS3 was fucking great, but it was so great that it did sell in its lifetime, currently right now, 874 million units. Right now, so nothing too shabby to write about. I know it's in the top 5. I think. Let me pull up that link again. Because I think it's in the top 5 or top 10. Let me see. Let's see real quick. Here we go. Okay, so the PS3 is number. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's number 7. So it is number 7. It is I believe, if we're looking at this, the 3rd best selling PlayStation console, under, of course, the Vita, the PlayStation Portable. Yeah, so it's Vita, PSP, and then PS3, and then we have the rest of the consoles up above that. So yeah, like it was definitely interesting, but what was really, really, you know, funny to, I guess, see happen eventually, right, in spite of the 360 being on the market for a year longer than the PlayStation 3, and the fact that, you know, games ran a lot better on the 360, and like overall, I would consider that generation, the 360 was the one that won in that generation, right? Like let's not even front. You know what I'm saying? Like the 360 was a great console overall, and really took Xbox to another level, right? The PS3 at the end of the day still sold more than the 360. At the end of the day.
I don't know. I had a 360 and a PS3. I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to play both, like both exclusives. Right. I don't know, man. Like, I didn't care about Halo. I didn't care about Gears. Like, other than that, what did the Xbox really have other than Halo and Gears that everybody talked about? And if you say Forza, then don't bother.
No, they had weren't the Mass Effects exclusive to Xbox 360?
Mass Effect 1 was.
Mass Effect 1?
Yeah, I believe 2 and 3 were on PS3. So, just Mass Effect 1. But like, other than that, Mass Effect was on the computer, and we had a computer. Like, my dad had a work computer that could squeak by with Mass Effect. So that's how I played it.
Nice.
And it's just like, it is the PS3. Like, I have so much love for this console. Like, I don't know if in a heartbeat, if you told me who won the console war for 360 or PS3, I would stand by the PS3 any day of the week.
Oh, I mean, I would say, like, during its time, right? Like, in the weeds of the generation, for the majority of the time, the 360 clean chopped. You know, like it definitely did its thing. Like it definitely clean chop. But overall, like, I don't know. I mean, that's a interesting point. I mean, look, I only had a PS3. I loved the PlayStation 3, right? Like, it, you know, that's not even up for debate. But I do feel that, like, you know, with the solid processor, and just that caused like a lot of third party games to not run as great. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that overall, you know, it made it a little bit of a less console to get during that time, you know. But I think towards the end of the gen, when we started getting like big IPs, like Uncharted 3, of course, was huge for the console. Last of Us was huge for the console. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those late gen games, like, and we're gonna talk about the games right now as well. But like, there was a lot of like really big games for PS3 that I think made it great. You know. But let's go over the top 10. These are the top 10 selling games for the PlayStation 3. ArachKnight, would you like to read them, or
yeah,
I can read them if you want. Go ahead.
So, of course, we have GTA 5. 23.1 million on GTA. Well, none of us are surprised.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, it is a crazy amount.
The gap from 1 to 2, and then from 2 to 3,
is insane.
And then everything else is like, what the fuck?
Yeah, GTA 5 is a powerhouse. That game will be discussed when talking about video games forever. So,
for real.
Shout out to GTA 5. I didn't love it. There were 23 million people that did. Probably. That's great. I played it. I bought it 3 times. Just make the 6th game, for the love of God. Like, I'm so sick of seeing GTA 5 ports. Shout out to Skyrim. Number 2 is Gran Turismo 5 at a pathetic, disgusting 11.94 million compared to GTA. Why bother? Why even come into work? Pitiful, disgusting. Speaking of pitiful, The Last of Us at number 3 with 7 million. Obviously, I'm joking here. Like, let me be absolutely clear to any of you that may have thought I was being serious. If there were any of you, that was a joke. These are all like great selling games. they're in the top 10. Like, all the games here deserve to be here, except for Gran Turismo. I don't have a story with that one, but it's there, so I assume it deserves to be there. Last of Us, we'll talk about that a little later when we talk about our personal relationships with these games. So we're just going to keep the list rolling, and then we'll talk about the rest. But we have Uncharted 3 at 6.6, Uncharted 2 at 6.5, Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots at 6, Arkham City, shout out to Arkham City, 5.49, Gran Turismo 5 Prologue at 5.35, God of War 3, there are a lot of racing games here, God of War 3 at 5.2, and Gran Turismo 6 at 5.06 million.
It is so crazy how big Gran Turismo 6. Oh, I mean, I'm sorry. What was I saying? It's just big how Gran Turismo was, like, and is.
I just never saw anybody own Gran Turismo at any of my
because you never
houses.
hear people talk about it. Yeah, I know. But on Wikipedia, there's the top 35 games. I'm just gonna go and just read a few that were on there. So for the 11th spot, it's tied with Modern Warfare 2 and Uncharted Drake's Fortune, which is like fucking bangers, right? My homie Black Ops is at number 14. Heavy Rain's at 16. Little Big Planet 17. We have Resistance 1 at 20. What else we got? God of War Collection, which we got War 1 and 2 at 21. Infamous is at 25. That's criminally too low, but it's all good. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Devil May Cry 4 is at 23, tied with Killzone 2. Demon Souls at 28. Of course, we are getting the remake for that at launch for PS5. Resident Evil 5 is at 29. Red Dead Redemption's at 1.3. Wow.
Yeah, no,
why did that sell so low?
1 million copy. Well, it was also
like
on
it's
PC
a lot,
on
but like
Xbox.
Okay, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm not seeing the full picture, but yeah, you're right. I just feel like, damn, like that
it deserves a little
super
more. I believe it was more optimized on the Xbox, which is why people played it there.
Yeah.
So
Makes sense.
It is what it is, but still, like this just reaffirms what we were talking about. The PS3 had some bangers. Like it was such a influential, console generation. Like this is where we saw the rise of Call of Duty, of course. You know what I'm saying? We saw Naughty Dog really get into the fame of like being one of the best developers, if not the best developer as of right now. We saw Rockstar just blow up with GTA 5 and Red Dead. We had Rocksteady with, of course, Arkham City and Arkham Asylum previously as well. You know what I'm saying? But, dude, like, for me, 100%, the main game of PS3 made me a COD fanboy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was the reason why I started making content on YouTube was not because of PlayStation, but more because of COD. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That was for a lot of people.
Yeah, I grew up, if some of you guys are watching this and you guys remember X-Jaws or White Boy 7th Street or Woody's Gamer Tag or Wings of Redemption, PKA, I was a part of that Call of Duty community as a viewer. You know what I'm saying? That was my space.
Spider Bite, Meat Can, or
oh my fucking god,
Meat Wagon, NGT Zombies.
Yes, NGT Zombies, bro. Shit.
I cannot tell you how fast I ran up the stairs. Like when I got home, it was the beginning. It was a Friday. I was coming home from 7th grade. My parents, they were like, all right, we're gonna order pizza tonight, so it'll be here in 30 minutes or whatever. It's awesome. So I ran upstairs. And the Moon DLC had just released for Black Ops Zombies. It had released earlier that morning. I ran to my computer to watch NGT Zombies play through Moon. And that's what I did. My friends and I were all talking and Kick on our iPods or whatever.
Oh my fucking god! You said Kick. Oh no.
We all started talking. Is are you watching it? Is yes, I'm watching it. He's this looks so good. So I would ask my parents, is like, can I buy DLC? Can I buy something for my game? It's $15. And they're like, all right, let's see your report card. So I show them my report card, and they're like, okay, you can do it. It's like, yes. So we all buy it, and we download it, and that night we're all playing it, and we're trash. We're awful. But it is such a vivid and happy moment of my life. Like, there are times like, you know, we're happy. Like, there are times like, yeah, I was happy that day. But there are very few times where something as simple as that, like no grand event, no life-changing moment, something as simple and comfortable as sitting at home in your jams, eating pizza with your friends, playing zombies.
Hell yeah.
Like, it was such a rewarding experience at the end of the week, because my friends, like my best friend at the time, he and I couldn't play during the weekdays because he wasn't allowed to play during, you know, school nights. So I had to wait for him to play zombies on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sunday nights. And it was a blast. It was an amazing time. So those days were simple, they were fun. They were like, those are the days that I really miss. Like the NGT days, stuff like that. Sometimes I'll go back, like it's been a while, but I went back about like a year or two ago, and I went to the NGT Zombies channel, and I just watched some of the custom World at War maps.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. 19 years old at the time. It has been a decade or so.
Oh, I just remembered his name.
Yeah. Spider.
I was gonna add. No, not Spider-Bite. Did you follow Yodi Slayer?
Yeah, yeah.
Rest in peace.
Dude,
Rest in peace.
That hurt me so bad.
That was like oh my fucking god.
That was the first time that I had experienced loss, not personally, but in a content creator. Like somebody that I enjoyed. I didn't like Borderlands. I've never been a huge fan of Borderlands. But I forgot
about that too.
Yeah, I didn't like Borderlands all that much, but I had friends who did.
I loved Borderlands. Like Borderlands 100%, of course, started on PS3, and like my love for Borderlands still extends to this day. I love Borderlands. I love that game. Like, I love Borderlands. Yeah.
I would watch it. I would play with my friends. Like, I remember getting it for free on because I had PS Plus.
Mm-hmm.
And so I downloaded it and I played it with my friends, and I didn't have a great time. Like, I didn't like the game all that much, but my friends did. So, and I wanted to spend time with them because it was like winter break or something. And so we played Borderlands, and I was interested in builds and how the game works. It's like, maybe there's something here that I'm missing. So then I found Yodi Slayer, and I watched him play through the game, and I had an appreciation for it. And finding out that he passed was a punch in the gut to 12-year-old me. Like, I was very young. I don't remember the specific date, but I was very young, and it was a punch in the gut.
Yeah, man. That was like, and I think what's also like important. It's funny how we talk about, you know, video game content on YouTube as well, because it started this generation as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the like active like Let's Plays and stuff like that, and you know, Call of Duty commentaries and all that, Easter egg hunts and stuff. Like, it was here. Like, this is where it started. You know,
yeah.
So
but yeah, the renaissance for video game content definitely started around the 360 PS3 era.
Yeah,
and it had a giant impact in my life. Like, seeing and finding people that have like my shared interests and play games that I like in a way that I enjoy, like, definitely like shaped a little bit of my personality growing up that has still stayed with me today. Like, there's a YouTube channel, or there was a YouTube channel, they disbanded, that was called Super Best Friends Play. And I've found games that I've never originally tried or watched, and how I react, like the things that I like, the way that I react to them, definitely stems from them. And my life was, I am the way I am in part to that. Like, the things I like, the things that I enjoy, definitely stem from this era of content creation and video games. So, like, it's very interesting, and it's like I'm genuinely happy talking about it right now. Like, there's such like a warm feeling talking about these very simple things that made me happy as a kid and talking about them again. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. It's just it was a great time. Like, definitely a great time, and I am forever grateful. I still have my PS3 in my closet. I'll never get rid of it.
For me, it's just so like nostalgic. Like, you
Yeah.
know, it's like I remember listening to podcasts beyond. While playing the PS3, I remember, of course, when the famous PlayStation Network outage of 2011. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was fucking crazy.
I had just gotten I had just gotten my PS3 a few weeks before that happened. Fun fact. So as soon as I got my PS3, I couldn't do anything with it other than single player games because of the outage. And I remember they said, it's like, yeah, we're gonna give a free game, and I thought I could pick any game I wanted from the PS Store because I was a stupid kid. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get Street Fighter because I like fighting games. And then I was like, you can only get one of these games, and like one of them was like Little Big Planet, and I already had that. And then I see a little game called Infamous.
Oh my god, you first got Infamous off of the Welcome Back package?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah,
I already played it before then, but holy shit,
I
bro,
didn't.
that's cool.
I didn't have it before the Welcome Back package, so I was like, I don't know what this game is. He has electric superpowers. He reminded me of Static Shock. So I was like, Static's cool. This guy's probably cool too. And it became one of my favorite games of all time. Like,
Infamous is fantastic, man.
I had an addiction to Infamous. I played it a dozen times. I found all the shards a dozen times. I was in 6th grade. It was the night before me starting 6th grade. And I wanted a challenge. I didn't know what speedrunning was at the time. But I wanted to see if I could beat Infamous in one single day. In one sitting, one single day, I wanted to see if I was capable of playing on the hardest difficulty and beating the game in one day. So, 11-year-old me, 12-year-old me sat down and got to work. I woke up at 9 a.m. I had a glass of chocolate milk and waffles for breakfast, and then I sat down and I played all day until like 9 p.m., something like that, because I took breaks and I was just, walking around, like go on YouTube for an hour or two and then come back. And I managed to get it done. And I never felt more proud of myself after doing that. Like, it was a great experience. And soon after that, Infamous 2 released. And I was excited. I wanted Infamous 2. I was willing to do whatever it took to get it. Like, I told my birthday had already passed, and it was July at this point. So I told my parents, I was like, if you don't want to get me a Christmas gift, buy me this now. I will let you buy me my Christmas gift 6 months in advance, so you don't need to worry about it. And they're like, deal, whatever. So I went on eBay, and I found a Korean version of Infamous 2 that had released early. And I still have the box somewhere in my room. I think I could honestly dig it up and find it. Because the back of the box is in all Korean, and the front of the box is in Korean. The ESRB rating is in Korean. Everything's in Korean. And I got the game early. I got the game a few days before it released, officially in the US. And I played it. I played it to death. I played it so often, I actually burned the disc.
Damn, bro. Seriously?
Yeah, no, I played the game so often and so long that the disc stopped working, so I had to rebuy it. Like I went to a desk.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. What were you saying?
No. Go ahead.
What I was gonna say is I just went to a GameStop after that and bought a pre-owned copy and kept playing it. But I can easily say that I've beaten Infamous 2 at least 20 times.
So good, man.
Because,
so good, man.
Yeah, good then evil, good then evil. The only thing I was disappointed in with Infamous 2 is I tried to do something that I did in one of my playthroughs of Infamous 1, is where I would do a full good or evil playthrough, and then when you have the option to destroy the race sphere, I would do the opposite choice. Because then it would, if you were pure hero and then you use the race sphere, you go straight Infamous, and vice versa.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Huh.
So if you try to do that in Infamous 2, whether you destroy the beast or you work alongside him, it says that you have to abandon the mission and you have to change or shift your karmic alignment. And it's like, I'm not going to do that. So...
Oh, so the second game like doesn't let you go full bad after being all good.
Yeah, you're locked in.
Right. Gotcha.
So that was my only disappointing thing, but I was like, I don't care. Like, it's like, oh, I did an all good playthrough. I get to kill the beast again. Whatever. I played Infamous 2 to death. I bought everything I could for the game. Festival of Blood was an amazing ride. My parents were actually concerned with when they saw me playing Infamous 1 one time when I was fighting Sasha and I didn't know what to do, and like, you know, when you're fighting Sasha and if you mess up like a mashing event, like a quick time event, she like sticks her weird like tongue down your throat.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, and my parents walked in when she did that. It's like, what are you playing? It's like, I'm fighting like a demon lady, and I don't know what to do. And it's like, that's weird. Like, we shouldn't have bought you that game. It's like, you didn't.
My parents definitely, at least like we're aware of what I was playing. Like they were cool with COD and stuff like that, and like I didn't play anything crazy. But yeah, they definitely still watched it. Like, still watched what I was playing at least.
Yeah,
for sure. And like, you know, Borderlands, COD, like Infamous, of course, Uncharted, you know, there was just so much in the PS3 that like I love, you know. And I think to just comment on what you were saying, like my like favorite binge game I ever binged was me and my friends did the Shangri-La Easter Egg.
Yeah.
It took us 6 hours straight.
I didn't like Shangri-La all that much, but my friends and I were all Ascension all the time.
No, we love the Ascension's the best map. Period. Facts. That's big facts. Ascension's perfect, but Ascension was like such a challenge, and we did it in one game. We, you know, it was good times. Good times with the PS3. But of course, you know, we could talk for days about PS3. You know what I'm saying? 100%. Like that's clear. But at least let's go over some of these facts. You know what I'm saying? Maybe our ending sentiments. And then we'll kind of head out. You know what I'm saying? Not because I don't want to stop you, of course.
We'll be here a while.
We'll be for a while, and I have to leave for work in like 30 minutes. So. Yeah, I hate to see that. But I'll start with the first thing here. A good start. I'll say some of these, you know, some are kind of wordy. I don't know. I'm just gonna kind of just skim here.
Like we've talked about most of these facts already.
Yeah. We've talked about a lot of these. Here's one that's new. Okay, so the PlayStation 3 controller and accessories. The prototype of the PS3 controller, due to its form, was called the Boomerang or the Banana controller. Sony never gave it a real name, and luckily it replaced the prototype with the actual controller, the 6-axis wireless controller, which was the official controller for the PS3, which pretty much retained the same form factor from the PS2 controller and layout and all that good stuff. But of course it had Bluetooth technology, so you didn't have to have it wired and everything. But have you ever seen the initial Boomerang PS3 controller?
Yes, I have.
Fucking horrendous.
That is
horrendous.
Something I'm excited to talk about after the controller. Like, if I could just hop into that real quick.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Fact 6 is something that I didn't know until like a few years ago. They used the Raimi Spider-Man movie font for the PS3.
Wait, you didn't know that? Wait, seriously?
It's not until like a few years ago, like when I was like 15 or something.
It
didn't click. Well, I mean, it's Sony and Sony, so
right, yeah,
I didn't know that
they owned it.
I remember being like 14 years old, and somebody pointed it out to me. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I remember first reading it in stores and being like, "Wait, like that's a Spider-Man font." Like that's weird. But I might as well just jump to that one too. If you, So I mean, you know what? Not much to say there. Just that like the fatty PS3, you know, its writing on the console was the same font as the Spider-Man font from the Sam Raimi trilogy.
You love to see it.
Yeah, but then they switched it to what we now have, more of the curvy, you know, PlayStation type of arithmetic and all that that we have for the end that we had when the PS3 launched its slim version up until PS4 and now PS5 as well. That like kind of, you know, writing that, like if you imagine the logo of PS4 or like PS5, it's that's what it changed to after the Spider-Man font.
Should have stayed.
Should have stayed? Oh
yeah.
Shit. Damn. I mean, shit. Why not? There was also a lot of like really. I mean, so did you ever own the keyboards for the controller? Because I did.
We had I forgot what it was, like AAA or something, like some weird controller company. It was third party. It's a very bulky controller, but it was easier for me because I have gorilla hands. Like my as a kid, my hands were too big for the controller, so it was uncomfortable and I would cramp. So I got I forgot what it had an A on it. The company had an A in the name that was right above, like in the middle, like the middle of the controller, right above start and options. And that was the only accessory I had on the PS3 other than like one of the headsets, like a Sony headset, like the Gold series or whatever it was called.
Right.
But other than that, I never had the keyboard. I never had anything weird. I was very vanilla with a third-party controller for like a better grip.
I see. Yeah. I had. Wait, I'm trying to remember if I had the play. Oh, I did that. I had the PlayStation Eye camera as well. I don't know why I had that, but I also had that as well. But who knows? But yeah, I mean, overall, like skimming these facts, there really isn't anything that we didn't cover already. Honestly, no, I think we're good.
Other than number 7, which is something very, very cool.
What was this? So, go ahead. Sorry.
In November 2010, the Air Force Research Laboratory created a powerful supercomputer, the Condor Cluster. It was made by connecting 1,760 PS3s, which include 168 separate graphical processing units and 84 coordinating servers in parallel array. This supercomputer is capable of performing 500 teraflops and it was the 33rd largest supercomputer in the world.
I do remember this.
Yeah, that was cool.
I do remember that. Yeah, I do. Fucking shout out to the PS3, man.
Dude, shout out to the PS3. Like, I love this console to death.
Big fan.
Big fan
of it. But honestly, I think we've pretty much exhausted what we could talk about. With honestly, we could probably go for hours on the PS3 for sure. But I think we've had a nice thesis statement. Overall, we're able to kind of condense our thoughts about the PS3 right here. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, we could have an entire episode, like our longest episode ever, even rivaling the infamous list episode. That's such a good episode.
Good times.
Just on Uncharted, The Last of Us, and Infamous. Just those 3 games. Talking about those 3 games, I am very, very confident we could fill an entire 3-hour episode with that. Like the PS3 helped me develop, like the games that came on it helped me develop into a person, helped me find the things that I enjoy in content and entertainment, helped me like move forward and stop being such a baby about everything. Like playing Uncharted 1 the first time after being scared as a kid and like playing it, finishing it, and loving it was such like a triumphant feeling.
Yeah. For me, I just made like a lot of, longtime friends via, Easter eggs and just meeting up in Call of Duty parties and different stuff like that. And like, I just was, I feel like I kind of like, and I think maybe you can say this too, like, with the rise of the PSN during the PS3, like I think I got a lot of my social cues and stuff like that, and just like was able to talk more, I feel like, online with the PS3.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I still have friends that I'm like on PlayStation, like on PSN, like those friends that I made when I was like 11 years old playing Black Ops Zombies, and we're still friends. Oh yeah, like I'll still see them, and they're playing like Last of Us Part 2 or Ghost of Tsushima or something like that.
Oh yeah,
and it's like that hits different, but seeing the friends where it's like you remember them by name, you remember specific events, and it's like last seen online 5 years ago.
Yeah,
that's pain. I
can name off like a few guys right now that I played a lot of zombies with.
Yeah.
Super Guy, Big Ninja. Oh, who else? Mavie, Flex, Wrestler 456. Like, I know I'm just doxing their fucking PSNs right now, but yeah, like those were the man. I miss those guys, and we're still friends on Facebook and stuff like that, and like we follow us on Twitter and everything, but yeah, I have a lot. I mean, my PSN started with the PS3. My PSN is I think this year is 10 years old. I think, but
I'm having a strong 9 at the moment.
Hell yeah. Shout out to the PS3, man. But I think I've said everything I want to say about the PS3, I believe. If you got any last bits, feel free.
Nope. Just amazing console. Super grateful. Put Infamous 1 and 2 on the PS5. Thank you.
Facts.
I'll buy that next week in a second. I'll buy that in a second.
Dude, next week is PS4. We gonna be here for a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With the PS4 for sure. But overall, ArachKnight, where can people find you?
I am on the aforementioned PlayStation Source Discord under the same name, where we talk about any and all things PlayStation, games we're playing in general, things that you just want to talk about. Great community, great people. Hop in there. I am on Twitter at Orly_Masiich, which will be in the description below, where you can see me talk about hot takes, pizza, and superheroes, along with other stupid things that I'm talking about that day.
That's all you need. That's all you need. Of course, you just watched Road to PS5, the weekly podcast series about any and all things PS5 as we head towards the release of the PlayStation 5. We're so close, man. We're so fucking close. You can catch the show here on youtube.com/PlayStation Source, as well as your favorite podcast service every Sunday by hitting the anchor link down below in the description to find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Play Podcasts, Spotify, and any other major podcast service, or by just searching PlayStation Source podcast feed in your respective service. To support the show, you can, of course, like and subscribe, as well as become a member of the channel by hitting the join button or the link in the description to become a Prince tier or King tier for $1 and $5 respectively, giving you access to different channel badges, emotes, as well as shoutouts and all PSS content, just like the homies Owen, ArachKnight, Chungi, Caleb Kaiser, and Tapiwa Musa. Much love to the homies as well. Follow us on all of our platforms down below in the description, such as, of course, Discord and Twitter as well. Make sure to follow up for those things, because we're going to have a lot of PS5 stuff coming next week as well. And, yeah. Also, I mean, I guess I didn't ask you guys, the viewers. Let us know down below in those comments, how do you feel about the PS3? What were some good memories you have with the PS3? Let us know. And, I guess we'll call the show. Episode 11 in the books. Thank you all for watching. And as always, greatness awaits.
A little early.
It's all right.
It is.